This is where the fun begins.
Hello there. How's it going?
Hey everyone, Hybrid here, and today we're going to talk about my top 10 most wanted Black Series. As Black Series collectors, we are actually in an amazing place. If you go back over the last 2 or 3 years and look at all the channel's top 10 wish lists, you'll note that as every year went on, they got a little bit more the same. Everyone was asking for Pre-Vizsla, for the Super Battle Droid, for the Commando Droid, and like this year Hasbro has been hitting, and they have been pipelining and revealing and releasing everything that's been on the wish list. It really feels like a year where they've really focused on giving us what we want, which is great and exactly what we want from Hasbro. And something I've been telling my friends lately is I'm kind of excited to see everyone's next top 10 list, because now that they've kind of hit all the popular ones, I think the lists are going to become very different, for next year. And I'm not waiting for next year. I want to start setting the curb. I want to be ahead of everyone. So here we are in the end of September, doing what people do in January. But that's all right. So I have accumulated a list of 10 figures I would very much like to see in the line. Although I guess at number 10, it's a little bit of a doubling, if you will. So there's really 11 figures here. In my number 10 spot, I have the B1 Battle Droid in variants that we don't have. I'm looking for the pilot and the security. I'm honestly shocked that Hasbro hasn't done these at this point. The commander would also be cool, but that was the one I wanted the most, so after all these years, I finally had Commander Cook do one for me. So I would buy another commander if they did it just to show support, but like these are repaints, and Hasbro loves doing repaints. I'm shocked we haven't gotten them. So hopefully Hasbro hears. We want some more battle droids. In number 9, I want Anakin Skywalker in his Padawan outfit from the end of The Phantom Menace. This is a iconic outfit. I think it would go oh so good with either a Phantom Menace Obi-Wan or an Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan. And, on your shelf you could kind of live out those, years of training between those two movies. And it's just something that I've wanted for a while. Vintage Collection has had one forever, and I think it's time to balance the scales, Hasbro. Come on, it goes both ways. In spot number 8, I want Jango Fett, but I want a complete and total head to toe redo. I don't want any temptation to reuse anything else. I don't care if it's the pistols or the belt, because if they're tempted to do that, they're going to be tempted to use other pieces from that original garbage figure. That mold needs to be purged. I want a head to toe new Jango. I'm looking at all these new Coven Mandos we're getting, and our new Boba Fett's and our new Din Djarin's, and I know that if Hasbro did a Jango and actually pretended to give a damn about it, it would be an amazing figure, one of the best in the line. TVC just got an amazing redo. Where's ours, Hasbro? Balance the scales. Come on. In spot number 7, I have Luminara Unduli. I have been loving that we've been getting these Jedi Council members, starting to kind of round out and, fill the chamber and give us all their core characters. We're getting pretty low, and I think that Luminara would be a great next choice. She's one that I've always liked, particularly because of her Clone Wars appearances, and I just think she's a cool character, and I would love to see her. In number 6, you gotta pair her with Luminara, Barriss Offee. Now, Barriss kind of did her own thing there in the end, and, at least we're proud of her redemption arc there in Tales of the Empire. But Barriss has been a cool character forever, and again, loved seeing her in some of those early Clone Wars episodes, and my faith in her was shattered as a child with the ending of the original Season 5 ending. So Barriss is one of those characters that I'm honestly shocked we haven't seen yet. And honestly, I think that these two, if you're gonna announce them at the same time and drop them as a set. I mean, if you're only gonna do one, do Luminara and Barriss later. But I think this is a pairing. I think these need to be dropped on the same go. In spot number 5, I'm asking for a head to toe redo of Bespin Luke Skywalker. Now, Bespin Luke Skywalker has a couple of things that I like about it. I like the vertical hinge on both hands, for the wrists. I think there were some decent choices made there. And as far as the sculpt goes, appearance wise, it looks good. The articulation is extremely dated, however, and the likeness is not great. Even on the 2020 Empire Strikes Back retro carded version, which got a new head, that was an improvement, but it wasn't a Mark Hamill head. and I would love to see them do a fresh redo because in 2020 we got that Yoda and Dagobah Luke training pack, and then we got the Dagobah Luke issued later, and from the waist down he's wearing those Bespin pants, and it's not on the double pin knees, it's on the swivel knees, and from the waist down it's a beautiful Bespin Luke figure. And now I kind of want to know what they would do from the waist up and just put that Bespin head on him. I mean, like, that's honestly the best Hamill likeness in the line. So I think that they have the ability to really cook if they decided to do a Bespin Luke, and I would love to see them head to toe redo it. I don't want them to get super heavy on all these Luke Skywalker redos, but some of the earlier ones in the line are just terrible. In spot number 4, I am a modern appreciator, and I am appalled that despite several appearances in multiple shows, we don't have a Pelimoto yet. I'm not memeing you here. I love Pelimoto. She is my type of modern humor, and I just think that she is adorable and funny, and I have loved every appearance of her. She is a favorite recurring character, and now that we've got her droids, and like, come on, it's time for a Pelimoto, and it's just, come on, we need her. We need her. I mean, she's been in what, like 6, 7 episodes, like maybe even like 8. Once you start talking Book of Boba Fett, like, Pelly is not just a side character. She shows up. She's been in every season, sometimes multiple times. So yeah, I'm here. I'm here for Pelly. Spot number 3. Well, Pelly is my number one Mando character. This guy has transcended the Mandalorian. It's Carson Teva. I mean, come on. We gotta do it. Carson Teva is turning into the MCU's, or into, it's turning into Disney Star Wars's Agent Coulson, from the MCU, where he is appearing in every show, and he is guiding these people. And we all know that when we finally get this Heir to the Empire show or movie or whatever it is, where all of these show characters have to team up to defeat Thrawn, it's gonna be Carson Teva making the phone call. He's buddies with Mando, and he knows Ahsoka and Hera, and I mean, like, he's the link. He is a big link between all these new shows, and it's appalling that we don't have a figure yet. Now, I will say, Hasbro, if you're just looking at putting a new head on that old X-Wing Luke body, don't even bother. It needs to be a new pilot body. That body is garbage. It was disgusting that you did it for Dave Filoni's figure, and I understand why you did it, because it was a limited run con figure, but do not do that here. In spot number 2, you gotta mix a gaming grade in, always, and the gaming grades is one of my favorite sublines, so I think that we need to throw them a bone and really show the sculpting chops of the Hasbro team with a Force Unleashed Darth Vader battle damaged. Now, Hot Toys has just recently revealed a hot toy of Vader in this appearance from the game, and it is oh so beautiful, and I am oh so giddy about it, and I am extremely tempted on this. I don't do Hot Toys, but this is probably, I mean, if this doesn't do it, nothing will. But this battle damaged Vader is such a cool look, and we've gotten that little tease with that battle damaged Vader from the Kenobi series, and that's an amazing figure too. But I would just love to see what they could do, if they actually, like, really full blown tried to do, the extensive battle damaging from the end of the game. I think it would pair nicely with the Starkiller figure we have, and I just think it's an essential. And then in my number 1 spot, and some people are going to be like, this? Really? And if you're that kind of person, go away. No, you're welcome to stay. But I want young Leia from the Kenobi series. I have a preference for the green poncho outfit, but at this point, I will take any of them. It is wild that we don't have her yet. I love my Kenobi shelf, and Kenobi's my favorite Disney Plus Star Wars series, and I thought young Leia was perfectly acted in that show. She was a highlight of it. I didn't, obviously no one knew we were going to be getting her going into it, but she became one of my favorite parts so quickly. And the fact that I have, a one Jack before I have a Leia on my Kenobi shelf, don't get me wrong, I get it. Hasbro probably didn't know she was coming. That's why she didn't come out on day 1. But man, around that time that we started getting our battle damaged Vader and stuff, like, that's when they should have been, throwing a young Leia out there. And here we are, like almost 3 years after the show has ended, and still don't have her. And enough's enough. Finish the team, Hasbro. That Obi-Wan's just weird standing there without her next to him. I mean, they were the leading focus of that whole show. Anyway, that's it for my top 10 figure list of what I'd like to see going into 2025 and beyond. Let me know if you have some favorites that didn't make it on the list, if you think my list is terrible, if you actually agree with some of these takes. I would love to talk about it in the comments down below. Keep an eye out for Wednesday's super fun announcement video going on then. Until next time, may the Force be with each and every one of you, and have a good day. Bye.